Connor, we're back out September the 24th, back at the Olympia where you made your debut, and a really good debut against a very, very tough man.
Not so bad, was it?
He's, I don't call him a journeyman, I call him a danger man, and he's certainly not the guy I'd want to be fighting on my debut, but you passed it.
Yeah, I got the job done like that night. It's an hard fight for me debut, like, wasn't it? But
it's an hard fight for any point in your career, but certainly it's not one I'd want to take before I'd had at least 4 or 5 under my belt.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
Hats off to you, mate.
Yeah. And Seamus Devlin, my next one. So.
Well, Seamus Devlin is the man you'd expect.
Yeah.
You know, a very, very busy kid. I mean, ridiculous amount of fights. In something like less than 14 months, you're going to be his 41st fight.
Tough man for a kid, isn't he? But as good and tough as he is, like, these are the people you've got to be beating, haven't you? If you do,
without a doubt,
you've
got to beat him. But the guy that you fought, like you said before, like Christoph Zublitz, isn't the guy that you're expected to beat so early on in your career, and you did do. So, how do you feel now after that? You know, I often say, you know, you feel different when you put pen to paper, but now you've not just put pen to paper, you've gone in there, you've done it under the bright lights, and not only that, something that you'd not done previously for nearly 7 years.
I know, yeah. Just feel like more of a boxer now, just more experienced, even though just a one bout. Like, it's a lot of, like, it's the unknown what you're going into, isn't it, the first time around, and obviously selling a few tickets. Like, just more excited, to be honest. Obviously on a day, like, a lot of nerves, and just feel a lot more relaxed now, you know, in the camp, and like know my body a little bit more.
I also
sparring,
think you understand what your coaches are talking about more now, because you've experienced that.
In like scenario situations, in sparring, you know, even the different training we're doing, like, you know how important it is now. You know why you need to do it in the fight. So it's just a bit more knowledgeable.
Makes everything fall into place. And all those horrible things that you don't like doing, you understand why you're doing now.
They serve a purpose, don't they? So just buzzing for this next fight, like, just looking to put a performance on. And
well, we should have had a good show. We should have kick-started the new season last weekend in Blackpool, but obviously because of the Queen's death, all the boxing was cancelled. So the good thing about that is we've had 2 of the kids that should have been fighting on the Blackpool show added to your card, and we've got an absolutely top show, real packed card. We've got obviously yourself, your stablemate and Jack Dwyer. We've got Ryan Dickens, who's making a little bit of noise now, Ben Burnham, Brian Collins, Ethan Brown, and we've got a great top of the bill in Tom Etchinson doing his first 8-rounder. So, but we've also added Brandon Dior, who's a super talent, flyweight, and a Blackpool kid himself, Tyrone Bowen Price.
Top bill again,
Getting value for money when he buys a ticket from you.
Yeah, definitely,
Have you managed to do, because you did ridiculously well on your debut.
Yeah, doing alright again, like, should it's over the ones of the game, and should get a few down there, like, again, and hopefully make a bit of noise for me, and should be a good night of boxing again. Great card, isn't it? Some great boxers on, and
I'm not sure of all the opponents, but like you say, we know you've got Seamus Devlin, and you are fighting the busiest man.
Yeah, he's the busiest boxer
in the country.
At
30, I think he just broke the record, 36 fights in 12 months.
Yeah, that's what I'm going now. It's not so like when you ask me then, what, you know, you respect genuine a lot more now, you know, because you're training every day, and like, it's a fight every week, well, every other week, like, what they put the body through, like, that's off.
Well, no, he is fighting every week.
But he is, yeah. If he can, he will. So, it's going to be a test, you know, he's going to want to, he might fancy it, he might come to win, and hopefully he does.
But do you know something, I've filmed him a few times. I filmed him when he got his last positive result. He got a draw against a big light heavyweight called James Albert. That was on his home soil. It was a little bit of a home derby, because they both know one another, both from the same area. But I have seen him in some real good fights. I mean, proper little wars, small hall wars. And if you're not up to it, he will find it out, and he will expose you. So if you underestimate him, it could cause an upset. But but he's certainly been in some good fights. But the best thing you can do is...
Either, so everyone's going to want that scalp now as well.
Well, that's it, yeah. But I think one of the best performances we had against him was young Ryan Dickens.
Ryan
Dickens, which I thought was going to be a really hard fight for him, because Ryan was
only, him a bit, didn't he?
Ryan was 19 going on 20 or something like that. You know, he's I think 34, he's a man, he's in great shape, and about 10 pound heavier than him. And I thought he was going to have a hard night, but he shows what beautiful boxing can do. And Ryan Dickens just boxed his head off. Do you feel about your boxing now? Do you feel like you come on a lot since you've turned up?
I'm learning like the rounds, how to pace myself more. Like you were saying earlier, like I used to get a bit like, don't know, not blow myself out a bit, but just obviously boxing 3-minute rounds are longer than what you think, aren't they? So just more bursts. I think I'm doing better than that. You know, just relax, composing myself. Nice little bursts and nice and tight.
How did you find it on the night then? You know, because we were just talking about that nerves and how you know nerves can be your enemy and they can be your friend depending on which way you use them.
I think as soon as I took that thing, my nose, as soon as you taste that blood, then the nerves go, don't they? When you walk into the ring, you're like, what am I doing here? And then as soon as you take a shot, as soon as you land a shot, could be anywhere, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Could be anywhere, you know, could be sparring in the air.
So you felt comfortable then?
Yeah, I felt comfortable, felt comfortable. And I mentioned before, I've got a good lad sparring with us. He came over from Morocco. He's looking to, well, he's training professional. He's like an elite amateur. He had about 70-80 contests, won a lot of tournaments and stuff. So we've been sparring after you sparring tonight. Good, very good.
How old is he?
He's 24. I think he's 24, yeah.
And you've also got Jay McCarthy here. He's getting ready for a big fight. Is it on the same night as you, or is that this weekend?
In Ireland and Belfast.
Right.
And I think it's the top of the bill.
Right.
Against the top kid in Ireland who's meant to be a bit of a banger. So Jay's been pushing himself, training hard, and luckily enough we're both on the same night, so I've just been both pushing each other. And as I say to me, Rocky's been in as well. Rocky's been giving us a little move around.
Obviously
he's a bit heavy at the minute, like.
Him and Smug will go a long way.
They're dead close, So Rocky's been popping in, and he's been, to be honest, he's been helping me out a lot, giving me some good pointers and a lot of advice, which I've been really grateful for him. He's been spending a bit of time with me. And he's been getting in, only messing around with us, like, but...
I'll tell you something, you look at the size of him, you think, how does he make super middleweight?
I don't know how he ever made it, honestly.
Has he made it to light heavyweight now?
I think he's boxing at light heavy, don't quote me on it, but I think he might be boxing light heavy next month, because he's doing a problem show. He's big. He's big lump, like, and he can whack as well. So you wonder how he made super middle, but yeah, just good that he's been popping in and giving us a bit of bit of guidance. They're nice lads, so yeah, it's been a good camp.
What's the best bit of advice he gave you?
Just the box, because he's been seeing me with Jay. You know what Jay's like. He likes a war, and I don't mind it as well. So sometimes we're just having a scrap, and he just says, like, you know, you don't need to do that. You're sparring all the time. Just practice on stuff more. You know, like, think this round I'm just gonna land these 2 shots. You're just not gonna get hit. Just a bit of advice like that, because sometimes it can be a bit of a macho thing sparring, can't it?
Yeah.
You know, if you're getting hit with a couple of shots, you want to get back in there, don't you? But sometimes you just gotta ride the storm
educated with that aggression.
Yeah, I'd say so. That's probably the best thing. And
so what we're going to see on the 24th? Are we going to see a new improved you?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I think so. Like I think just take like all the nerves, and like obviously the first bout last time, and he weren't a bad lad, was he? So I do like, to be honest, because even though it looked like I was not running, but I was sort of, he was a big man, weren't he? There's no point having a ding dong with him, was he? Especially when, you know, he's stopping people, like you said before. You don't get many, journeymen stopping people, do you? You don't, do you?
I filmed him twice, and both those times he stopped.
Exactly. So that's in the back of my head. I thought there's no point. But at this time, you know, I will, you know, if he wants to put it on me, like, then I don't mind it. I don't mind a little scrap. Everyone knows you.
Seamus Devlin is also a guy who's learning on the job as well. You know, he's very limited experience himself, a few white collar fights, and I was even told he wasn't even that good as a white collar fighter.
But I think as well, didn't he?
Well, he's done a little bit of everything. He's done a little bit of everything, and but the guy is really learning fast in this game and becoming a real good test for anyone. So.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a test.
And a more realistic test for yourself.
This
should have been your debut.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's he will. He can make you look a bit. What I've seen him as well. He can make you look a bit daft as well, you know, because he likes a bit of a showman, isn't he, getting around, making you miss and all that, so...
Well, he gets that from Curtis, doesn't he?
Yeah, Curtis
Gigano was the showman. Obviously, he's your manager, isn't he, Curtis?
Should definitely make for a good fight on a night, looking forward to it, so... Yeah, everyone get down, show the support, be a good night of boxing, like I say.
It will be, because like we just said, packed card, and a couple of more young talented fighters added to it, and we've got Tom Etchinson, who's beginning to make a lot of noise because he's 2 stoppages in his last fight, and he's got the Russian kid, Rustin Fakhouk, very good kid, fought loads of times on our show.
Bennett on our last show.
He did, yeah. Was that on the night you fought?
Yeah, that was on our last show, wasn't it?
Was it 9th of July?
9th of July, I think. Yeah, that's right.
Well, listen, I look forward to talking to you. Hopefully we'll be saying win number 2. And maybe we might even see you again on a VIP show, especially if you perform well.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
And if the crowd gets behind you like they did last time, I think that's why you've been invited back.
Yeah, so it always helps, like, doesn't it?
It does, mate, it does. It's a popularity contest. So Mr. Popular. I'll see you on the 24th.
Nice one, Lee.
Take care, mate.
Thank you.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.